What is good, priesthood? Let me get the music popping. All right. Welcome, everybody. Come in, come in. Make sure that you are chilling at this time. Okay. Be chilling at this time. Let's get it popping, shall we? The safety directions are down below. Let's clean the energy. Awesome. Fantastic. I hope everybody's doing well. Okay. A lot is going on. Did you hear about the volcano in Italy? And that they had a lightning came out of the volcano, lightning storm, they said, and also there was a tsunami warning off the coast of Sicily. All right. Did you hear about the earthquake? Oh, also there was an earthquake. Same place. And did you hear about the earthquake in Taiwan? Okay, the one in Italy was Sunday. All right, just saying. Just saying. Do you feel me? Okay, let's keep going, shall we? Let's keep going. Scientists coming out talking about how the solar eclipse is proof of God. And the tarot murder. Come on, I told you. Okay, you knew I was going to say that, right? I told you. The uptick in the paranormal activity, if y'all didn't see that announcement on the community board. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, wait till May. Wait till May. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, okay? You getting the ram? Where do you get the bull? Okay? So, ancestors, on that note, what would you like to discuss this week with the children of God, the people who serve God on purpose, the people who choose God back? What do you have to say to us? What do you need us to be paying attention to? Pay attention to this right here. Pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart, baby. Okay, I hear that. You know who the real OGs are? The ones who ain't got shit to hide from anyone. Hello? Right. Listen up. Okay, absolutely. Especially themselves. Come on, y'all. Come on. Exactly. Exactly. That's why you don't argue with crazy people. No one has the time. No one has the time. I mean, that's what occurs to me off the top of my head. That's why. Or people who's not keeping it real. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's boring to not keep it real. That's mad boring. Okay? Real OGs claim their humanity. Hello? Welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives, okay? They hold those wounds up to the light like Mufasa holding Simba. Yo, that's funny as hell. Facts, though. Yo, that's facts. Can you hear that inspirational music starting? Yeah, that's you. Starting the hero's journey, love bug. I like that. I like that. That's how you do it, I feel. That's how you fucking do it. Okay, so setting an example is the sensation that I'm getting. Also, how to be tough properly. What is strength? What is strength truly? Strength is definitely holding your flaws up like Mufasa holding Simba. That's strength. That takes strength, doesn't it? Right? Because people who are hiding their so-called weaknesses, their perceived weaknesses, that's pussy shit. That's punk shit. And I mean, with all due respect to being careful who you share your vulnerabilities with. Of course you be careful. Discriminating wisdom. All right, pick up a copy. Information is down below. You dig what I'm saying? So this is about, the pretense in excess. Pretense. I mean, because wearing a mask is one thing, right? Because that's what we all do at the masquerade. Hello? Don't come to the masquerade without a mask on, in fact. Am I right? That's how you do it, right? But you should be able to then leave the masquerade. Leave it behind. Or if the mask comes off, no big deal. Leave it off, put it back on. It's a party. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be interesting. Why don't we? All right, let's move on. Fantastic. That's what I'm picking up on from that card. Can you break it on down, ancestors? Break it on down where you're coming from and where the Creator is coming from, where the children of God and the world or whatever you want to discuss is concerned. Well, here's what we want to talk about, children of God. Hang on. I'm coming. Here's what we want to talk about. Oh, by the way, we dedicate ourselves in this conversation to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear our creative potential and seeing behind what appears to be obstacles, things clearly as they are. We call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers, and the wise and skillful application of the guidance we receive here today. Pow. Oh, God is behind it all. Interesting. Pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart. Well, God can see you anyway. You're not hiding, is what I'm getting out of that. The real OGs are the ones who ain't got shit to hide from anyone. Like, if I'm not hiding from God, why would I hide from you? Okay, so there's that flaw too. Somebody thought they could scare you maybe with something. Is the sensation that's occurring to me now. Somebody thought they could scare you by maybe exposing something about you, your secrets, telling something about you. All right, so there's levels to it. There's levels to it. If they're talking shit about you, but they won't say it in the presence of your face, meaningful. If they won't say it simultaneously in front of your face to the person who they're gossiping to, meaningful. Right? So they don't want any exchanging of notes. Right? All right. So I'm getting that floor. They don't, they're playing both ends to the middle. There's a floor there where they could be telling you one thing and then telling another person another thing. And they don't, never the twain shall meet kind of thing. It's possible that the twain is meeting as well, because this is the Two of Cups card. So get off on your floor. All right. But this is connecting the dots. I get the sensation somebody thought they was keeping some shit secret on this floor. And God already was behind it all. You know what I'm saying? It was already a Greek myth sort of situation. It was like, the oracle tells you something, a prophecy, and then you go and you try to do everything in your power to make sure the prophecy doesn't manifest. And everything you do makes the prophecy manifest. That's what's happening on a floor as well. Two people may be coming together where there was some forces trying to keep them apart. Somebody was wearing a mask, or somebody was giving misinformation about how to heal that hole in somebody's heart. They were like, no, wear the mask. Don't ever take the mask off. Be the mask. Oh, that's the sensation that I'm getting? Hide this. Don't tell them that. Real OGs claim their humanity, right? Boldly, yo. Boldly claim your humanity. Because, what the fuck else could you be? You look just like a human. Hello? Anybody? You know what I'm saying? Let's go on. Let's go further. Break it down. Ancestors, what floors are we going to today? All right, I'm going to touch on a few. Safety directions are down below. All right, fantastic. Death of the ego. Okay, go on. Doing what you and only you can do. Walking a clear road. Pretending to be okay, so don't pretend to be tough. Everybody needs love. Okay, that's the floor we on now. Okay, look at that. Yeah, don't act like you don't want love. Humans need love. Okay? Like seeds need water and sunlight. It's simple. It's real simple, y'all. Okay? It's not hard. I don't know who it's hard for. Okay? But I'm telling you, it's not hard. So maybe if this is somebody you're talking to or dealing with, come from that angle, or maybe shine some light on that. It's not difficult. Or maybe shine some light on that for yourself. Do you find yourself wrestling with someone about this? You know what I'm saying? Don't wrestle with people. Let them have what they want. See, free will. You know, do what thou wilt. Let people do what thou wilt. Have a death of the ego. God is behind it all. If they want to walk away or go toward, and okay, so back to the floor where somebody is going toward and somebody else was like, no, don't go toward. No, don't tell them. No, don't be vulnerable. No, don't take the mask off. You know what I'm saying? Pretend to be tough. Tougher than any human could possibly be. Why? For what? For what? You know? So wear a mask. That takes energy, work, planning. It's a production deal. Why should you do a production deal when God is the God of nature? Are you following me? I don't know. Get off on your floor. You know what I mean? God is the God of nature. So you weren't born with a mask on your face is all I'm saying, people. Right? I don't know who we're talking to here. All right? But you wasn't born with a mask on your face. Of course you can take your mask off. I mean, come on. Why not? You know what I mean? It's sexier to keep it real. That's what I think. I mean, you know, that's my methodology right there. Listen, I mean, again, with all due respect to discriminating wisdom, you know, going where demons and angels fear to tread. Now that's interesting. Okay, because that takes me back to the paranormal. Let's talk about the paranormal. You know what I mean? Because with the paranormal, you can't pretend to be tough. Everybody about to find out how tough you are when we're talking about the paranormal. Am I right? Right? Tough guys, cops, right? They try to stay tough when they're in uniform, right? Did anybody see American Murder, right? With that guy who killed his whole family? Remember? Okay? And then little later on, after the whole debacle, the cop showed up at the house and there was some paranormal activity on camera. I mean, shit was plain as day. And they were trying to act like, what, huh? I don't know. I'm just going to walk back outside. You know, like they tried to keep it cool. Well, you know, fine. But my point is, they know damn well they was terrified. Do you feel me? And so that's the sensation that I'm getting. Like there's no shame in it is the sensation that I'm getting. Because the death card, see, the barons poke fun at people for taking life too seriously. So this is about taking life too seriously. You know, you shouldn't be holding on to your mask that hard. It's not that serious. You know, is the sensation that I'm getting. I don't know who we're talking about here. Okay, because who doesn't know that? That's why. And so, okay, I don't know. New people? I don't know. Are you young? I don't know. I did say young, right? Okay, this is a young elder. This is not like a baby. But this is an elder just using their powers, so maybe somebody's new to their superpowers. Maybe somebody's new to their superpowers and they're not sure what the rules are, you know? Okay? But also there's something of a letting go here because we have a hole that needs to be healed in our heart. I would think that there needs to be some cocoa butter there. That's the method I would use, cocoa butter. So that's love, you know? In the black household, if you loved, sometime you're going to have cocoa butter on you. Okay, that's how we do it. Do you feel me? Hello? Anyone? Absolutely. You're going to end up with cocoa butter on you. Okay, that's all I know. So, yeah, real OGs claim their reality, right? Like ashy elbows and knees. Claim the reality. Do you feel me? Claim the reality and put some cocoa butter. All right, is all I'm saying. They hold those wounds up like Mufasa holding Simba. Yeah, you got to get them in the sunlight. You do. That's how you heal them. That's interesting. Okay, let's go on. Effective in the face of doubt. Don't worry about it. Is somebody embarrassed? Somebody's embarrassed. Somebody's embarrassed. Because that's what they do. They embarrass people. That's what they do. And then they laugh They laugh. Oh, good belly laughs too. Not no little giggles. Oh my God. Slapping knees and the whole thing. They have just a great time poking fun at us, which teaches us to laugh at ourselves. Laugh at yourself is the sensation that I'm getting. God is behind it all. You know what I mean? I mean, I get the sensation from that things that we think, we fucked up about, and we're like, oh, not again, I fucked that up again, or I missed it, or, or whatever. And really, God has orchestrated quite a bit of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not as responsible. I get the sensation that you're not as responsible for certain things as you think. Or there's certain things you can't expect yourself to get in front of in life. Like death. You can't avoid death. You can't avoid making a mistake. You can't avoid falling on your face or your mask coming off. You can't avoid that. So you might as well, make it look like, hey, I meant to do that. Step up to it. Look at it in the face. Like, yeah, whatever, I fell. So, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the sensation that I'm getting. Helping hands, reaching out for an opportunity to connection, messages from your ancestors. Possible need to make an offering. Something may have been an offering to the ancestors that you thought, was some kind of problem, I guess. I don't know. It's like I've had the ancestors slap things out of my hand. That's how it felt. I mean, I can't prove it in a court of law, but it certainly felt like they slapped some shit out my hand, right? And it'll be something meaningful, right? It'll be something meaningful. Or I forgot to consider them about a thing, and it'll be the subject, and the timing of the whole thing will just be so plain, and then so it's like that. It's like something happened and the ancestors did something, you felt embarrassed, or somebody felt embarrassed. And it was like, don't worry about it. We slap shit out of people's hand all the time. They're laughing because they're like, look at his face, or whatever, right? You think what I'm saying? Or look at her face, Because we're like, oh, like they slap something out of our hand. We're like, oh shit. Did you see that? Does that mean something? What's wrong? Did I do something wrong? What? I fucked that up. Oh no. Or whatever it is. Sorry about that. It was going on and on. But, or we'll be thinking we did something wrong, or maybe we did do something wrong and they just came and saved us by slapping some shit out of our hand. I don't know. But the point being that, we're taking it a little too hard, or we're taking it too off the deep end with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Or we're trying to act so tough that it's not realistic. Like everybody knows that that's a mask on your face. And you got it like chained on your head so it can't come off, and you think you fooling somebody, or you know what I mean? But it's got something to do with love. Like somebody loves it, but they don't want to act like they love it. Do you feel me? But God is behind it all. It can't be resisted. Or somebody found out how you feel, or they found out about some dots connecting. They found out about the big picture, or you found out about the big picture and somebody's embarrassed. Or somebody tried to hold something back from you and you got the information anyway. Maybe the ancestors gave it to you. Let's go further. Clear road. Going where demons and angels fear to tread. Your purpose. Okay, somebody maybe was hating on you. Okay, see, this is another floor. Okay, somebody maybe was trying to block your path, because clear path, clear path. So let's talk about it. Somebody possibly was trying to end your path, end your union, stop you from connecting the dots, stop you from hearing some news, stop you from knowing the truth about who they are or how they feel. Get off on your floor. Okay? Whatever it is, nobody stopped you from doing nothing. Look like here. Okay? Because God was behind it all. All right? The real issue, okay, is what I was getting to. The real issue is that somebody's got a hole in their heart. Yeah. Somebody's got a hole in their heart. So this could be someone denying themselves love. But the floor that I'm particularly looking at right now is the floor where somebody was mad at you for something, children of God, okay? And they was mad because they need to heal the hole in their heart. So they was trying to like say something about you, embarrass you, try to, rip your mask off or tell people you really wearing a mask. But you might have been like, right, it's the masquerade. That don't you wear a mask at the masquerade? Like, it wasn't that you was trying to hide your face, you was just trying to keep up with the occasion, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's interesting. You know what I'm also getting now? I'm getting another floor. I'm getting a floor where you are wearing a mask and someone else is wearing a mask. But you're wearing your mask for different reasons, or you have a different relationship with your mask. Like, your mask comes on, it goes off. It's not a lie. It's just dressing for the occasion, Or maybe they put on a mask, so then you put on a mask. So it was like, oh, we're doing the masquerade? Cool, I'll pull my mask out and we could do the masquerade. And maybe your mask, had more balls. I don't know. I don't know. Balls are going around, okay? Because going where demons and angels fear to tread. You dig what I'm saying? So this gives me testicular fortitude, okay? This gives me, because that's the baby in there, right? So it's like, you feel me? Okay, testicular fortitude. So somebody tried to say you didn't want to take your mask off when they're the ones who started the party. They started the masquerade. Is the sensation that I'm getting on a particular floor. But you're ready to take your mask off and show you're ready to hold your flaws up to the sun like Mufasa. This person was not, but they tried to project it onto you. That's the sensation that I'm getting, because who has to stop by and tell you pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart? The children of God. I mean, the advanced ones, okay? Because, of course, there's a spectrum. But the advanced children of God know that you have to heal holes in your heart. So somebody's new to their superpowers. You feel me? Okay? Let's go on. Yeah, that's true. Facts. I know that's right. Hello? Facts, because that's we dealing facts behind the black veil. If you're new here. All right? Absolutely. Let's see. Major Arcana. Wild card. Major Arcana juice. Major Arcana here. We're major on the central axis so far. Okay, so somebody's at some sort of moment of truth, I want to say. I want to say moment of truth. That's what I want to say. It's divine time. Doing what you and only you can do. I suspect this is you, children of God. Or certainly there are those among us who are at some kind of moment of truth. I feel like it's more dramatic for some than others, or different people have different parts to play. They're feeling differently about the part they have to play. But some of these dynamics are current for everyone who's a child of God here, new to your superpowers. You're getting some new superpowers. Right, that's what that tells me. Has to do with facts. Has to do with death, killing people's egos. Yeah, God is behind it all. You work here. right? That's some of the shit you're going to be doing. People's mask is going to be falling off around you. You come around, the mask falls off. And then the barons. You're going to be rolling with the barons. Look like here. You're going to be embarrassing people. Right. Right. Doing what you and only you can do. I get the sense, and getting away with it. That's the sense I get there. And getting away with it. Why? Helping hands. Why? God is behind it all. Why? Divine time. Right. And they just got to let you through. You come in, you rip the mask off motherfuckers that had a mask on for hundreds of years. Or for corporations, or for governments. Or for government agencies and agents. Or for ops. Haters. Whoever dares to be in opposition to God. Whoever dares to be in opposition to God. See what I'm saying? That takes me back to the paranormal. Because with the tarot murder, I have to say, I felt that energy. And this is before, this must have been at a, while whatever those events were unfolding. Not to mention, I'm connected to a tarot reader. And by connected, I mean I watch her. She was in the building. She says she was sleeping peacefully. But my point is, the tarot reader who did all the killing and the suicide was a Libra. I'm a Libra. And the tarot reader that says she was in the building is a Libra. Now, what are the fucking odds? I'm sorry. She said that too. What are the fucking odds? But, I mean, you know how many tarot readers are on YouTube? Do you feel me? How is it that I am able to know the tarot reader? And by know, I just mean that I watch her channel. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And she was in the building, and she's a Libra, and I'm a Libra, and this fucking murder tarot person's a Libra. I'm just saying, y'all, what y'all want me to make it at? That's rocking my world. Okay? That's rocking my motherfucking world. Okay, so back to the energy. So the energy, come with me now. The energy had to be unfolding, at a similar time, right? Because it was hours before the eclipse for her. And she's over by LA, right? That's where it was coming up through Texas, right? So it was closer over there. Boom. By the time I was feeling the energy that I'm talking about, it was a little bit after the eclipse. So after it had traveled up to the northeast and passed over where I'm at, few hours after that, there was a energy of rage that blew through this house. And I mean, the cat was affected by it. That's how, because I wasn't sure. I was questioning myself. I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm in a bad mood, Whatever. It affected my granddaughter. So I was like, okay, maybe we're both in a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? Then it hit my cat. And I was like, okay. And I got the Sage bundle and it was on. I was like, all right, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. All right? This is the sensation that I'm getting, to pull it back into the reading. This is the type of shit that I'm talking about, where you're getting away with it. You dig what I'm saying? Shit that was supposed to be more powerful than you. You're like, what? Ripping the mask off. Fuck out of here. What are you talking about? God is behind it all. End of story. Did God give you permission to be here? Bounce. Simple. You dig what I'm saying? It's the sensation that I'm getting. So that goes for anything that's fake. Anything that's fake. Anything fake about yourself. Doing things in a fake way. You dig what I'm saying? And I don't mean that you can't be strategic, of course. With all due respect to discriminating wisdom, of course. You dig what I'm saying? I'm talking about fake. I'm talking about straight up inauthentic. No integrity. That's what I'm talking about. So you can wear a mask, but can you also take it off? And stand with the testicular fortitude. You see what I'm saying? Naked in front of God. Because God can already see you. God's already looking at you. With the x-ray vision, you're not hiding from God. So if you don't have to hide from God, who the fuck you got to hide from? If you don't have to run from God, if God said you're okay, if God said you're safe, If God said you have a right to stand, you have a right to live, breathe, enjoy your life, you have the right to love, to receive and to give love for this is a long-term harmonious relationship. You're allowed to have that. You're allowed to have a clear path. You're allowed to have a beautiful death. Get off on your floor. You're allowed to go where demons and angels fear to tread. You're allowed to cavort. I want to say cavort with the dead. I want to say collude, helping hands with the dead. Guided by the Spirit. Come on now. It's facts. It's facts. God is behind it all. Okay? God loves us. We don't have to pretend to be tough. So for instance, talking about the supernatural, you don't have to, like for instance, when that rage energy came through, I can't prove it in the court of law, but I felt driven to the sage bundle, okay, is all I'm saying, okay? And I felt completely comfortable after that, And I don't pretend not to be afraid. Do you understand me? Hello? I got nothing to motherfucking prove here, people. Do you dig it? The devil is ancient. I have nothing to prove. Okay? But I'll tell you what. Not on my watch. And that's just a feeling of conviction that I feel it's organic. It grows naturally. I'm not pretending. So you see what I'm saying? Because I'm not afraid to leave the house. That's the thing. You see what I'm saying? Holla at me, black family. Right? Hello? I'm not afraid to leave the building. I'm not afraid to have a death of the ego. You can't be afraid to die, people. That's what I'm saying here. Going where demons and angels fear to tread. Death card. Doing what you and only you can do. Clear path guided by the Spirit. Do you feel me? Either God is behind it all, or you got bigger problems. Then there's a ghost in the house. Do you feel me? Hello? If you have a hole in your heart, you got bigger problems than the mask you're wearing is falling off. Do you? Okay? Hello? Let's learn these powers. Whoever's just learning the powers. Let's learn these powers. Is what I'm getting here. Okay? And let's go further. The karma. The karma. Let us reflect. Somebody doesn't want to make a wrong move, do something wrong, do something stupid, or embarrass themselves. Is the sensation that I'm getting. It's going to be bittersweet reaching out for an opportunity to connect. It's bittersweet. Because maybe, okay, so on this floor, it could be where someone is thinking of taking their mask off and holding their floors up to the light, like Mufasa holding Simba, right? They're considering that, perhaps. They're considering a death of the ego. They're trying to get their powers, trying to get their sea legs under them. Like, okay, these powers are real. It's true. All right, let's have a death of the ego. Maybe they're, about to jump in there. And it's bittersweet, okay, because it's new, not having the mask and everything. It's new, putting cocoa butter on this hole in their heart, or acknowledging the hole in their heart, or acknowledging that they need some cocoa butter. God is behind, but they know that God is behind it all. They know that they can do something unique that only they can do. They know they have helping hands, or that they're reaching out for an opportunity to connect. It's bittersweet. They feel embarrassed. They feel new. Maybe they feel new. They don't feel confident in their use of their power. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's on the lighter side of the spectrum. That's somebody who's just, getting the hang of a thing, right? Nothing wrong with that. Like learning how to ride a bike. Maybe they don't want to look awkward. Look awkward. That's what I said. I mean, that's my thing. You dig it? Let it be comedy. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at yourself. You know why, Neo? I'm going to tell you why. Because nobody gets it on the first jump, that's why. You dig what I'm saying? Like, Neo wasn't looking, he wasn't worried about looking weird or funny or being embarrassed in front of Trinity. You know, like, he was like more concerned with, I thought you said the Matrix wasn't real. Because this looks like I'm bleeding from the mouth. Do you feel me? Like, it looked like I bust my face open. I thought you said it wasn't real. Right? So Morpheus is like, your mind makes it real. Right? So I'm getting the sensation of, what would you energize? You know, that hole in your heart? Are we going to expand on that? Or are we going to energize this cocoa butter and get that hole taken care of? Do you feel me? As opposed to pretending we don't have a hole in our heart, pretending we don't need love. We tough. We don't need love. We're men. We're women, you know, or whatever. You know, we're tough. We're the children of God. We don't need no love. We don't need each other, you know, kind of thing. I don't know who's doing that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe, because, right, that's a strongly male thing, popularly. You know, and so I could conceive of a child of God who is a male doing something similar. I could conceive of that. Just saying, side note. So maybe it's bittersweet, you know, because, you know, you want to look commanding and, you know, or whatever. I mean, hello? Command the ball sack. I think that is like an ongoing lesson this month. That's the lesson of the month. Okay? Command the ball sack. Because, and I don't mean that as a criticism, right? No, laugh at yourself, right? Because nobody gets it on the first jump, number one, okay? So that has no impact on the ball sack weight, scale, and volume, okay? So don't panic, right? So, you know what I mean? Number one. Number two, the brave thing to do is to laugh at yourself. The brave thing to do is to go ahead and look awkward if it's awkward. You know what I mean? Do it drunken monk style. And, you know, and just flip it and get it done anyway, because doing what you and only you can do, children of God, for whoever this is for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know, you want to look good out there. You know what I'm saying? You want to look like you know what you're doing. Facts, you know, but no one should have this unrealistic expectation of you, or nor should you have it of yourself. You dig what I'm saying? It has no impact on the ball sack, is what I'm going to say. You know, the balls are intact. They're thriving here with the star card. All right. Teeming with life. Teeming with life. And so, you know, what else? Who could ask for anything more? You know what I'm saying? You know? All right, let's go on. Oh, I see. You don't want anyone to cut your balls off. That is reasonable. That is reasonable. All right, well, let me reflect on that. Give me a moment, would you? All right. I see. Yeah, well, you gotta be that brave. Yeah. So I get the sensation of sticking your head in the lion's mouth. Right? Isn't that the strength card? Sticking your head in the lion's mouth. Sticking your balls on the Queen of Swords sword. Yeah, terrifying. I got you. I got you. Yeah. Well, you're right. You're right. And then plus you don't want to be sloppy here with the, you know, brand newness and the facing of the doubt and everything. Because just making a mistake and you might slice your own balls off by mistake. You know, and she didn't even move. You know? Or maybe you made a funny move and then she was like, oops. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know? So I got you. Going where demons and angels fear to tread. I got you. But the thing is, God is behind it all. I feel that whoever is facing this knows that God is behind it all. I feel that they know this. It might be doubt. It might be that they can't prove it in a court of law, because I did say that several times. It might be that they feel like, I don't know for sure. And the stakes are pretty fucking high here with the whole balls and the sword thing. You dig what I'm saying? All right, you got it. You got it, whoever this is. All right, fair enough. Bittersweet. It's bittersweet. Because I feel that they know that God is behind it all, whoever this is, or wherever this is for you. I'm trying to come up with some good examples. I'm not catching this on every single floor it could be on. But I hope you're getting some good juice out of this. Let's go across the bottom here. Somebody has to tell the truth. They got to show their flaws. It's bittersweet. Oh, you're sharing karma. You're both going through this karma together. I see. They're the only ones who can fix it. It's some sort of ancestral thing. They have to do what they and only they can do because you're under some kind of soul contract. So it's like there's some sort of time getting done. I get the sensation. There's some kind of time getting done. And it's like you're both doing time. Maybe that has something to do with why they're feeling like the stakes are so high. Because they made you do time with them. Is the sensation that I'm getting? They made you do time with them. You had to walk away. Okay, so there's different floors on the walking away. On some levels, they walked away. On some levels, you walked away. On some levels, you're still walking away. And some levels, they're following behind you like, oh, come here, don't walk away. On some levels, somebody's coming to someone that they walked away from, or they're going to someone that they want to come back to. It's a soulmate thing. It's a divine timing thing. It's the karma's paid thing. The karma's paid if you say it's paid. Because God is behind it all. Long-term harmonious relationship. Death of the ego. You had the power to go home the whole time. All you had to do was click your heels together 3 times and say, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Okay? Cue the dreamy music and the wavy film. Okay? Absolutely. There's no place like home. Somebody made you do time. Okay? Outside your home, somebody made you leave your home. Somebody's making you come home. You gotta go home. There's some sort of cocoa butter for you. Somebody was trying to stop you from getting cocoa butter. Get off on some of these floors. But you might cut somebody's balls off, though. Okay? For those of you who are not having to mask difficulty issues, you might be the one that might cut somebody's balls off. I see. Yeah, well, and here with the sword of truth, you might cut them off. Yeah, because karma. Something tells me you didn't owe this. You didn't owe nobody this. Okay? This extra right here. You had to pay extra. Look like here. Okay? Extra money, time, energy. Get off on your floor. Okay? Going through extra shit, whatever. They wanted to pretend they didn't love it. They wanted to pretend they didn't love you. They wanted to pretend something wasn't yours. They wanted to pretend something wasn't for you. They wanted to pretend your path was blocked. They wanted to pretend, get off on some of these floors, all right? Let's get a segue, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can go on to Patreon. If you haven't joined us on Patreon, it quite goes down on Patreon. Do yourself a favor and get ahead of the curve, all right? Join us on Patreon when you can. And if you can, may your money be returned to you by the tens of thousands or the hundreds of thousands, all right? depending on which one is your favorite. All right, fantastic. Listen, ancestors, could you wrap it up? All right, could you wrap it up for the YouTubers and take us on to Patreon, to the deep? All right, for the YouTube level, here's what you need to understand. There needs to be an alternative to conflict. The conflict cannot continue on, says God. Says the contract. Okay? The karma's paid. The war is over. The conflict is over. Okay? You ain't got no wins in mi casa for the enemies of God. Okay? And you don't want no smoke for the enemies of God. You don't want this smoke, says God. Okay? Because the testicular fortitude can be taken away here by the Queen of Swords, who is empowered to do such. All right, go on. That's the clear perception energy. That's the truth. That's acting on the truth. Okay? That's cutting off the head of corruption. Right. Somebody's afraid you might cut off the head of corruption. Yeah, you might. You might. Okay? It has to be paid back. Here, the karma has to be paid back. The hole has to be plugged. You dig what I'm saying? The hole in your heart, the hole in your pocket, the hole in your life, the hole in your path, whatever. Get off on your floor. All right, go on. Right. Else, says God. Else. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, so for the enemies of God or else, that says it all. You know, that's good enough for the enemies, right? Okay, but for the children of God, if this is among the children, follow the, let's not have, okay, so we're having conflict with the protocol. Somebody is having a disagreement with God about what the protocol ought to be. Look like it. Yeah. The whole taking off your mask and holding your floors up to the light, is there something we can do about that? I mean, can we talk about this? Maybe we can renegotiate? No. The Creator said no. Right. Why? Why not? Well, because pretending to be a savage won't heal that hole in your heart, baby. That's why. That's why. Because you got to be a real OG. That's why. Because God only deals with the real. That's why. You dig what I'm saying? Because the ones who ain't got shit to hide from anyone, those are the real OGs. The real OGs claim their humanity. They don't act like they have no shortcomings. That's not even realistic. And you can't have no long, harmonious relationship, you know, whatever the, you know, because, of course, soulmates don't have to be romantic, FYI. You dig what I'm saying? So you got to keep it real. It's cooler. It's cooler. It's more interesting. It's sexier. And you build trust faster that way. You know what I mean? I mean, just generally speaking. I mean, generally. With all due respect to discriminating wisdom, that protocol cannot be skipped. Okay? You have to free your mind. That's a must. That's a must. Okay? So Neo had to fall on his face and understand the stakes. I want to say understand the stakes of how disciplined your mind has to be to pull this off. To get from this roof to that roof, you don't have time for doubt. You need to be effective in the face of doubt. You need to be effective regardless of how doubtful the situation looks. You need to understand that about yourself, and you can't be afraid to die. Okay, so that's taking me to the Dark Knight. Batman, that's been coming up for me. When he was trying to get out of the hole, he couldn't get out of the hole until he was absolutely and completely committed to ride or die, which is what we do in my building. Okay, we ride or we die. Okay, we ride in the elevator, you know what I'm saying? Or we get off on some of these floors and we take our fucking chances. And we go where demons and angels fear to tread. Because you know if you get off on the wrong floor, that could be dangerous, right? That could change your life. depending on how you handle some of the shit you hear in these readings, right? Tarot murders, right? Hello, right? Okay. So I'm just saying, we taking our life into our hands when we're watching tarot, when we're reading tarot. We're opening up portals and closing gates and opening, letting people through and letting people out. And you got to know what the fuck you're doing. And you have to know enough to know that you need helping hands. You got to know enough to know that God has to be behind it all for you if you want to survive here. Because those are the rules. That's who makes the rules. And you don't want no smoke with God. Period, in the story. Whoever don't like it, hello, could bounce. Do you feel me? Plain and fucking simple. Plain and fucking simple. Okay? Whoever don't like God could bounce. That's facts. Okay? But I don't mean like if you don't, well, I don't call it that. Well, I look at it differently. No, that's cool. You can hang out. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's the name is not important. Okay? A rose by any other name. That, you know? Because we got to be scientists at the end of the day. Do you feel me? All right. So you feel what I'm saying? It's about the frequency. Do not reject the frequency. Because that's how you have that long-term harmonious relationship with the universe. You feel me? And that's how you get up after falling on your face and become the one. Do you feel me? Okay? So, wham, follow the fucking protocols at all times. And this war, I don't know who we talking to. I really don't. But it is what it is. I hope that helps. All right, fantastic. Let's go further. Oh, okay. So, all right. So take it to yourself. Take it to yourself where you might be afraid of something, or afraid to look funny, or afraid to be embarrassed, or afraid to look like an amateur, or afraid to, like with the paranormal, like, I don't think you should be afraid to look like an amateur. I mean, that's my personal feeling. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, all my recommendations are, do whatever the fuck you feel like doing, underneath, right? So, you know, so, but I'm just saying, I don't, if you're in a haunted house and you hear something say get out, I don't think it's weird or embarrassing for you to get the fuck out. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't feel like, you know, you lost any testicular fortitude. That's a smart thing to do. That's what smart people do. You dig it? I mean, hello? I think that's pretty good. So this is the sensation that I'm getting. I'm getting, don't be afraid to be embarrassed. Don't be afraid to go where demons and angels fear to tread and find that you've reached your limit, or find that you know, made a wrong move, or find that, I don't know, I see you very capable, children of God. I see you very capable, because clear road and the Queen of Swords, which is clear perception, and the uppermost card is going where demons and angels fear to tread. Now, why life gotta be like that? Where there's all of these embarrassments, maybe, or dead people, maybe, unrestful dead people, if we're talking the paranormal. Why it has to be like that? Where there's such negative energy in the world, or whatever. It's like that, right? So is the bottom line, says the Queen of Swords. It's like that. And that's why we cut balls off. That's why we do that. Okay? Because, you know, we have to keep things in balance, right? Karma has to be paid, right? That's facts. The truth and the rules of the universe have to be upheld. The protocols have to be upheld. I mean, this is backstory, because whoever this is, if it's on the Children of God floor, and we're just talking about the Children of God, this is a non-issue. This is a non-issue, and you are well. You are well. God is behind it all. Laugh at yourself. Okay? Laugh at your pain. All right? Laugh at your pain. Laugh at your conflict with the protocols. Okay, I totally understand conflict with the protocols. Absolutely. Why do I got to do it like that? For what? I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I understand. Go on. Okay, cause they said so, says the ancestors. Do what they tell you, says the ancestors. Do what they tell you, says God. God's behind it all. When the ancestors tell you to do something, God said, I'm behind it all. Hello? Thanks for stopping by, God, on that one. It's judgment. If the ancestors say to do something, it's judgment. You don't want no smoke with the ancestors. Look like here. I don't know who wants smoke with the ancestors or who didn't know that. Okay, hold on. Let me flip it. Let me flip it. Somebody's tired because they got a hole in their heart. They need cocoa butter. They're a wounded warrior. This is the lighter side of the spectrum. It's the inconvenient truth. Maybe somebody hurt you, and that's the inconvenient truth. Yes. They hurt you and they hurt themselves by hurting you. Doubled the karma. It's the inconvenient truth. Judgment is being called, or they're judging themselves, especially if this is a child of God. Or they have to face judgment, and that's where they're worried about their balls being cut off. But they know they can do this. They know they can do this. So maybe this is something somebody is coming to terms with in themselves. You know, like hurt people. Like they hurt you, they realize now because they're hurt. They hurt you because they have a hole in their heart. They're realizing they need your love, want your love, walked away from your love, hurt your love, all of the above. Get off on your floor. All right. Hold on. Let me get some more juice. Going where demons and angels fear to tread. God is behind it all. Connecting the dots. They're connecting dots. They're realizing there's a hole in their heart. They're realizing that they've been misinformed about what strength is. They've been misinformed about the weight and the scope and the scale of their balls, of their testicular fortitude. Somebody told this person they didn't have testicular fortitude. They do. They do. Someone told this person, this is how you show testicular fortitude. They're realizing that was wrong. That was entirely wrong information. And it hurt them. It got them hurt. Or it made them hurt you. Or both. You know what I'm saying? Or if this is the enemies of God and the children of God, they thought something was real tough and savage, and it just showed what a pussy they are. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. You dig it? It showed what a coward that they are. You know, and now it's embarrassing because now people are connecting dots. And they can see what a coward your enemies are. You know what I'm saying? Because really your enemies have a hole in their heart. And they were just mad at you for not letting them put a hole in your heart. You know? I mean, there's a lot of different configurations we could give. But get off on some of those floors. Somebody's under judgment. Or somebody's making a judgment on the lighter side of the spectrum that the conflict is over. Let's say if it's lovers. The conflict is over. Okay? We about to be all slathered in cocoa butter in a minute. It's going to be just cocoa butter everywhere. Okay? Y'all about to be greasy in a good way. All right? Absolutely. Oily. Let me just say oily then. Okay? Let me not say greasy. Let me say oily. Okay? Yeah, so, okay. Okay, so slick. That gives me slickness as well. Somebody thought they was slick. Somebody might have thought they was slick. Yeah. That could be a cute thing, too. That could be a cute thing. Somebody was trying to be slick. Or somebody was trying to run away. But This person is not afraid. Somebody was trying to run away from the truth, but this person is not afraid to go get you or afraid to come after you or some such thing like that. All right, listen, we got to go deeper. All right, if you want to know more, come on the Patreon, because this is just half the story I could tell. All right, because I feel like I got more to say, but I need more cards. So, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom over at Amazon. Make sure you're out here discriminating wisely. And I will see you again here soon, party people, behind the black veil.